Gentlemen, take a deep breath because what I'm about to share with you isn't just an empty motivational message or a story designed to make you feel good for a few minutes. This is a direct, sincere, and profoundly human conversation between men who have lived, suffered, loved, and also experienced loss. This video isn't about youthful fantasies or quick fixes. It's about something much deeper and more powerful, reclaiming presence, energy, and true attractiveness after 60, without masks, without pretending to be someone else, without competing with 30-year-olds, and without believing the world has already left you behind. Here at Ella Decoded, we're not here to inflate your ego. We're here to reignite it, but from a place of authenticity. And if you stay with me until the end, you'll experience something you may not have felt in a long time, that certainty that you still have power, that you can still attract, that you're still capable of awakening desire, but from your mature, serene, and grounded essence. Let me start with something uncomfortable, though absolutely necessary. For years, you've been told that after a certain age, you become invisible, that the dating scene no longer has room for you, that women are only interested in huge bank accounts or bodies covered with filters. That idea seeped into your mind like a steady drip, day after day, until it stopped feeling like a mere belief and began to seem like an absolute truth. But pay close attention, because that supposed truth doesn't exist. It's a script constructed by a culture obsessed with a superficial youth. And here comes the first moment of suspense. If that weren't true, then why are some women, even younger ones, attracted to older men, while other men of the same age go completely unnoticed? What distinguishes those few who retain that magnetism? It's not money, it's not cosmetic surgery, and it's not a matter of luck. It's something much deeper, something that science, psychology, and biology have long recognized, though almost no one takes the time to explain it properly to older men. I want you to imagine something for a moment. Imagine that you no longer have to impress anyone. Imagine that you don't depend on a message, a response, a glance, or female validation to feel your worth. Imagine walking into any room without haste, anxiety, or desperation, simply with a firm calm that can be felt from several meters away. It seems simple, right? But here's the really interesting point from a scientific perspective. When your mind stops sending signals of neediness, your body also stops releasing those stress hormones that make you appear tense, insecure, or forced. Science clearly demonstrates this. A calm mind transforms posture, modifies breathing, changes tone of voice, and strengthens the gaze. And although no one can see these hormones directly, the body does reflect them. Women don't need to consciously analyze all of this. They simply perceive it. That's how the human brain works. What we usually call vibe, energy, or presence has a completely real biological basis. And I want you to pay attention because what's coming is important. I'm not trying to sell you magic, nor am I promising you can control anyone, much less tell you to manipulate other people's emotions. I'm talking about recovering a natural quality that has always existed within you, but which fear, years of social pressure, disappointments, and constant comparison have slowly extinguished over time. And here comes another moment of suspense. What if you don't need to be young again? What if your greatest appeal lies not in looking younger, but in embracing your years with strength, emotional intelligence, and dignity? Just that idea starts to stir something within you, doesn't it? Many older men listening to me today believe they still have something to prove they can still do it, that they're still important, that they're still desirable. But I'm going to reveal something that can forever change the way you understand relationships. Every time you try to prove your worth, you diminish your attractiveness. Every time you try too hard to convince others, your brain enters a state of neediness and your energy shifts completely. Social psychology explains it very well. When you feel the need to gain external approval, your identity becomes fragile, and a fragile identity is never attractive. What truly attracts is the man who is at peace with himself, even when he receives nothing in return. That's not called arrogance, it's called emotional stability, and emotional stability possesses enormous seductive power.